Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I got something that caught my attention this morning as I was perusing the workshop, as I often do. The Virus Redux by Los Jeff. Hello there, dear player. The scenario is part of a collection that reworks every standard plague. Well, that sounds enticing. Humans are now smarter and actually do stuff against you. After the disease is detected, they try to stop you Xenolith style. If you miss a pop-up, don't worry, they'll be in the abilities. Custom transmissions, symptoms, misspelled symptoms! That is unacceptable. Already a 0 out of 10 scenario in my book. And abilities to make them really unique to each other. Okay, well, it sounds pretty good. Praise Pravus, praise be. All right, you get 2 points back. 2 points back just for you. Virus type, ATP boost, Darwinist, native biome, and herbophile is something I'm just kind of toying around with right now. Plus, symptostasis. I'm ready to get started on Mega Brutal, are you? But first, what's that sound?
Boo! Pravus jump scare!
Aw, did I startle you?
Good, it means I got your attention. If you somehow didn't hear, we've started a new merch run for the channel. Partnering up with Epic Desk, we've got a brand new cult-themed desk mat. We're calling this one Crimson Convocation. It's got a very big word in it. That's how you know I'm smart. Seriously, these things are top-notch quality. I know, they're not the cheapest things in the world, but they will last you a long time. They are soft, they are durable, they are sleek, and they retain their color beautifully. Plus, this is an art style you're not gonna see just anywhere. So if you wanna lock yourself in and grab this beautiful work of art and a useful product at the same time, now is the time to get it. Go to epicdesk.store/collection/Pravus or click on the link in the description down below if you simply can't remember that much, and you can find out more for yourself. Really recommend it, and of course, it supports the channel at the same time. All right, back to the content. Sorry for the scare. Boo!
All right, hopefully I didn't actually scare you or anything. I regret nothing. Hello, what do you need to know? The vaccine development will be fast, but it has 2 stages, researching and manufacturing. Manufacturing? How dare you? You don't lose if the cure reaches 100% at first. You also get some advantages and disadvantages, which can be viewed in the transmission tab. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of like this idea. I'm curious how it's going to play out, because actually researching and then manufacturing the vaccine should definitely be 2 different stages. Heck, even the developer of Plague Inc. agrees. When you play cure mode, what do? You research, and then you actually have to have the manufacturing infrastructure. Oops, I actually just double-clicked through that. I hope that wasn't important. Let's go ahead and start in China today, see how well that's going to work out for us. For transmissions, we have a few different things, most of which are familiar. We do have vaccines, severely misspelled, reduced infectivity in countries with active vaccines, susceptible, also misspelled. Bleh. Generic symptoms. Hospitals are well experienced with symptoms of a viral infection, making them easy to treat. Okay, so apparently because we are, asymptomatic, tracing the virus is almost impossible. No screening methods. And highly asymptomatic, the virus isn't taken seriously by the public. They just assume we're another flu or cold or something along those lines. I wonder if these are going to change throughout the scenario, or if these are just some starting modifiers that are unique for each different redux. I could see that being the case. We start with nausea, headache, and sweating. Yeah, so just a flu, not a big deal. Could go into things like cysts, coughing, vomiting, insomnia, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some cysts, some abscesses, maybe some coughing, just a bit of infectivity kind of early on is not bad. And then for abilities, we have our cold, heat, and drug resistance. Also, travel spirit. Society will get enraged when traveling opportunities are restricted. Force some countries to reopen. Ooh, that could be kind of useful to me. I wonder how much I can actually control this. Kind of reminds me of ye olden times and COVID and all that stuff, you know? Fun story, I actually had planned a full trip to Japan the year that COVID broke out. I was actually trying to book it. I tried 3 separate times to book my flights and hotels in Japan, but for some reason, it just wouldn't go through. And then 1 week later, Japan as a nation completely shut down. Yeah, kind of glad I missed all that nonsense. I'm going to grab hypersensitivity and sneezing. Never feels like a bad thing. We're trying to get as much infectivity and severity here as we reasonably can at the start of the game. A little bit of pneumonia probably wouldn't hurt. That'd be fine. Pneumonia, of course, being the silent killer. Not really that silent, but often overlooked to people's detriment. I've actually known people that have died of pneumonia. Gotta take that stuff seriously, super duper seriously. I'm gonna grab some air and some water transmission just so we have the opportunity to get out of China if the opportunity arises. Well, we're in Korea and Japan and all that stuff. There we go. Starting to look pretty good. All right, what else we got here? Fomites for the wealthy and urban would probably be pretty nice. I'm trying to think if we really want more transmissions or just symptoms. This is not enough severity still. I don't know how much lethality I really want, but I mean, we could do that. Vomiting plus sneezing can get the projectile vomit combo, which isn't bad. Diarrhea, maybe. Let's get insomnia, paranoia. That leads to confusion, harder to concentrate. And what's this? Aggression. Hypothalamic tap causes irrational hatred and violence, especially towards authorities and the uninfected. Yeah, because if I'm sick and I see somebody else that's not sick, I'm thinking I just want to spread that misery around and I get super aggressive about it. Makes perfect sense. All right, we got travel ability. So wait, hang on. I just mutated an ability? I didn't turn on any of the DNA traits for that. So I'm not sure how that one happened, but okay. Let's grab some basic resistances, cold and so on. All right, we got our first human response. Vaccination. Experts managed to create basic vaccines against Vincietta, or whatever this is just automatically called, and distribution will begin shortly. This will not cure the virus, but significantly slow down further spread. New vaccines are announced in the news bar. I got a feeling that's going to be fairly important for us. Global warming. Authorities drastically increase greenhouse gas emission. I'm not even, okay. If you know, you know. In North America, in order to accelerate, okay, now, you know what, if you don't know, just typos galore. In North America, to accelerate global warming and slow down the disease, cold and climate neutral countries in North America become hot. Really? So Canada is now hot. Interesting. Not what I was expecting there, but all right. So I guess that means we need to get some heat resistance and stuff going as well. Yeah, sorry, had to clarify there. If you know, you know. And then I realized, wait a minute, this is a climate change thing. People are going to assume some stuff. I better just point out what the actual problem is. Public alert. Governments warn the public that this isn't another flu that is going around, but a dangerous viral outbreak that needs to be taken seriously. Quarantines apparently are more effective. Whoa, what is this? Vaccine shield. Further genetic variation renders the current strain of the vaccine ineffective. Pretty expensive. Can do this 3 times. Can we actually see here what does have a vaccine? Booster shots for Vincietta soon. I don't see a lot in here that actually says we have a vaccine. It's supposed to be in the news bar, but I don't actually see it anywhere, so I'm not sure if that is a workin'. Let's go ahead and grab some more of the transmission types. There's my projectile vomiting combo. I told you that might happen. Oh, good, the humans are now wearing masks. Yeah, because that did a whole lot. It's saying things are mutating, but it's basically just notifying me of stuff that's happening here. So we have our global warming, public alert, and our mask wearing. I'm gonna grab a level of genetic hardening. The cure is just now starting. Proofreading. A breakthrough in vaccine development has improved the enzymatic ability of the virus to detect and correct replication errors. Mutation chance reduced. We're getting a lot of really nasty negative effects right now, aren't we? Not happy about that. Skin lesions, my buddy. Oh, and necrosis. Hello. All right, so we now at least know where that is. So there's that proofreading officially taking effect there. Could go down pulmonary edema. I'm gonna grab confusion, insanity. I imagine we're gonna find a coma option here at some point. Corpse burning, is that what I just saw there? Hang on. I don't see the ability yet. All right, hang on. That'll probably pop up in a second and tell me what that is, one of the mutates. If they're going to stop my ability to spread via corpse transmission, that is going to be a problem for me, for sure. I'm kind of tempted to go for heat resistance level 2. Yep, there it is. All right, so corpse burning significantly reduces corpse transmission. How dare you? How dare you do that to me? Good Lord, I feel like they've just thrown so many freaking events at me all of a sudden. Like, if I went under the radar for a bit longer, would there be a way of avoiding some of that? No idea. We'll take the insanity, paralysis. It's probably a coma up over here, if I had to guess. It's starting to go down like a cure resistance / brain root. Wouldn't be surprised. Still feel like I need to get something. Arctic amplification. Geologists and researchers are manually warming up Arctic regions in order to release Fridchit. How dare you. Polar wind into Africa. Scientists hope to slow down the spread of said continent. All countries in Africa just became cold. What? You gotta be kidding me. All right, so cold is hot and hot is cold. Apparently nothing means anything anymore. Good God. All right, so we'll grab some cold resistance then. I think that's probably fine. Grab seizures. Yep, there's coma. I kind of suspected that might be the case. We may want to go for zoonotic shift and see what that gets me. We have dogs, insects, bats, and birds. I was looking for the birds because so far we're not spreading that quickly via land transmission. Actually, we're not spreading at all in some places. Hold on, we may need to get ourselves a vaccine shield. Let's see if that turns things on. The World Health Organization has established a lab in Africa, far away from me. Grand. It says we're killing very fast. My lethality is not very high, so I'm not sure how you figure that's the case. Why does it feel like we're not spreading at all? Like, legitimately. I mean, do I need another vaccine shield? Yes? Question mark? Brazil's... oh my god, what is this? Enhanced sterilization. Ships and planes are regularly sterilized with advanced disinfectant and antiviral agents. I'm not gonna get anything? I'm not gonna get anything when it comes to plane and boat? Well, if we haven't got any islands, we're missing Greenland and Cuba. I'm gonna grab the coma. Screw it. Grab the coma. Enhanced sterilization. Yeah, there it is. We've gotten so many of these. This is rough. This is really rough. Oh, wait, what's this? Organic debris shielding. Virus uses environments coated with organic matrices. They act as a shield, repelling sterilizing agents. Oh, now we can infect. So let me check. Do we literally have not a single boat or plane infected? Yep, not a single one, and Greenland now is a thing. And I could probably do Travel Spirit to try to force this to open up again. But if I don't have... All right, this is starting to feel like a loss to me. And I also can't figure out why I can't get into places like Brazil. Why is Brazil not being infected at all? I've got 2 vaccine shields. It did nothing. Is it possible that 3 levels of vaccines were mobilized over in Brazil and you have to get all 3 to have a chance? Possibly. I really don't see anything here telling me, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, it was supposed to be up here, so I have no way of really checking that. This definitely feels like a loss. We're not getting into Greenland. I don't have enough points to really do anything. Let's just try getting this and see what happens. All right, so yeah, now we can indeed start spreading in places like Brazil again, at least a little bit. So yeah, it turns out you absolutely have to go for some of these vaccine shields to stand a chance. Wowzas. All right, gonna restart, except now I know where skin lesions are, so we're gonna head down this direction ASAP. All right, we've gotten to a pretty decent spot here so far, just missing Madagascar, Iceland, and Caribbean. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that first vaccine shield in case it's actively holding me off. What did we just get here? We released a frozen virus, unleash a complex strain that has been trapped in the Siberian permafrost for 30,000 years, repair its DNA, and send humanity back into the Stone Age. What? DNA repair, ancient symptoms. I don't know what that means. I didn't ask for it, but I got it. Is that good? Maybe. I'm gonna grab some insects. We need to get ourselves some more mutation chance. Genetic analysis, predate Homo sapiens. Did this come because of an event or something? Did something unlock that I wasn't expecting? I have no idea. Well, that's kind of cool, I suppose. Let's grab that coma so we can slow down that cure. There's the global warming. North America just became hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot, says Will Smith. In one of the cringiest things that was ever produced. There's global warming. All right, so that's a thing. We are not spreading properly in places, so let's see if we can't speed that up again in Canada. No, it sure seems like you have to get all 3 levels pretty quickly in order to even get a chance to get in anywhere. Did we miss out on the Caribbean? We sure did. Let's try to open that back up. Does it only do... Oh, it opened it up. Oh my gosh, it worked! Wow, unexpected. All right, I'm not accustomed to things working when I ask them to. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and grab that vaccine level again. So we're at 51% with the cure. We are sort of starting to spread in places like Canada. Not very well, but I mean, as long as we are able to make some forward progress, I feel okay with that. We got a free genetic reshuffle, which isn't so bad either. All right, acute encephalitis. Now, there's a way of getting some lethality, but what I really feel like I need is the necrosis. I know that they've done corpse burning and all that, but it's still pretty helpful. Oh, now the World Health Organization gets established. See, here's the thing. This time around, I feel like we haven't had nearly as many abilities, so it doesn't seem to be happening on regular intervals. It seems to be a random chance. Maybe my first run, we just got, like, really unlucky or something. Entirely possible. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. All right, well, we got that. There's the enhanced sterilization. Joke's on you. I only need to get into Morocco. It doesn't even matter. And as long as the birds do their job, who cares? Gastric ulceration is now a thing. Spreading very slowly, though. Good God, we've got to get things like necrosis and stuff. Arctic amplification. Now South America is cold. Yep, again, cold is hot, hot is cold, blah, blah, blah. We have nowhere near enough lethality. I'm not getting any DNA now. All right, immune suppression, go. Pulmonary edema, anything. Anything to start killing and getting me some gosh dang DNA, because it's just not enough, man. We've got... Oh, there's necrosis. We've just got to start killing, man. I just need to start killing. Please, for God's sake. All right, mask wearing is now a thing. They're going to finish up this vaccine almost certainly, which, again, is not the end. There's dysentery for free. Could pick up acute encephalitis. What else can we do? 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 I'm tempted for things like heat resistance just because Canada seems to be really struggling. Oh, now there's a public alert. Now quarantines are taken seriously. After 3 billion people are dead, they're starting to wake up and realize, guys. Wow, humanity, you're so incredible. Let's get that heat resistance going. That'll help in other places like Africa and stuff too, right? Okay, so vaccines about to be done. Well, there goes the World Health Organization lab. World Health Organization. Good God, apparently words are hard for me today. I don't think I need this debris shielding. I don't think it actually helps me much. We do need some help in Africa. I'm wondering if maybe it's worth getting blood just to speed this up. We still aren't in... No, we are in Morocco. We're in every country. Okay, so we got a good chance here. If I can get enough DNA, hold on. We could do... No, that's not a genetic reshuffle. Boo! All right, let's find out what this does. Okay, got something new here. Mandibular strain. Periodical jaw clicking. Dude, who cares about jaw clicking? That means nothing to me. It means nothing! All right. Grab the internal hemorrhaging. I just want lethality at this point. Slow things down. They're going to be working. No, I got to pop up Alpha. I understand you're playing Dune Awakening. Have fun. I don't need to see that right now. All right, Angola's on the way out. Holy crap, are we going to get... Okay, they finished the vaccine. They finished the cure. It's being deployed, quote unquote. We're about to win anyway, but let's see what happens. It resets back down to 62%. There's environmental hardening for free. Is that it? There we go. Manufacturing. It's manufacturing, by the way. Phasability mutated. Okay, so what does that do then? This right here. Faulty equipment. Equipment in factories not up to date and more SAFT, misspelled. Checks are needed. Vaccine manufacturing decreased. Could be useful. I don't mind picking it up. Mass contamination. Workplace negligence and OSHA violations cause multiple factories be cross-contaminated with other pathogens. More work required. So another form of cure resistance or something. Doesn't look like it actually did anything, but it probably just slows down the rollout a little bit, whereas the contamination probably resets a little bit. Well, it didn't end up mattering. We ended up doing just fine, despite humanity putting up a heck of a fight. I mean, look at all this. This is insane, dude. I don't even really know what the... Okay, the World Health Organization contributes to a vaccine only to one country. So I get lucky then when this spawns in places like the middle of Africa instead of in the USA or Canada or China or something, because then I actually would be in trouble. So this is a lot of luck. Global warming, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot of this feels very, very luck-induced. If we had more of these fire off earlier, I may not have been able to get off the ground. The most frustrating part was just some countries that just weren't actually, like, infecting. But... turns out, if you just go for all 3 levels of the vaccine shield, which is quite the DNA tax, it eventually does work. 445 days. That was faster than I expected. 65% cure progress, 50,050 points, 2 stars overall. I think the scenario is really good. I really do. I think it's actually very well done. It actually changes the way you play the game a little bit and makes you think and react to humanity. Humanity feels like it has some agency instead of just sort of sitting back and easily manipulating what they're doing. No, they're actually able to put together some serious measures that do some serious work against you and make the game a lot harder. It's actually pretty cool. That's a really well thought out scenario. So this is one of many Reduxes, huh? Man, I'm very curious what the other ones are looking like. I'm going to have to try that one out. Very good scenario. Highly recommend for absolute sure. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Don't forget about the desk mats, or I'll have to scare you again. And of course, I will see you guys next time.